stage it has become here in Chicago. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. A huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Here we go now on first and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Second down. Howell back to pass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Howell, third and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the... Not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Howell throwing on first down here. He will find his man Chase complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, Howell.
Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. Open man downfield is Chase. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career. So that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Howell looking to throw again. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and goal, Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now Cook running right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Left side, Cook. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. 30, past the 20. And they will score a pick-6 for Bears touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Third down. Here's a run by Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Chicago.
That's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Rolling to his right. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Howell.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 8 yards out. And the Bears are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. The third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, third quarter in Indy. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on proof. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Third and 2. Here's Howell.
This is caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first. They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And complete right side to Cook.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
Trayvon Walker
able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here's Howell. Open man is Chase, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he's got some space here. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Cook again.
Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And able to work his way down to the 16.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they take a knee.
And as this defense walks off the field, they should do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw for both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Bears,
it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Eagles,
they once again fail. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Take it in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Let's go now. Ready.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. And if you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pat the street.
Another run here with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's got Brown on the out route complete.
He's got the first down and more than that. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, Allen. They will find Davis. That's complete. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Bills will move the chains. So for Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
And he'll go down at the 28. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Allen going to go on 4th down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Hurts firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line. A give running left. It's Sanders. And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the
touchdown. Miles Sanders from 8 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo 1st down. Off play action. Allen going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Down to about the 32. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To the air, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Throwing is Hurts.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
And this returnable for Hines.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Finding space at the 40.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Second down, back to Sanders.
He finds some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught by Sanders. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 60 yards.
And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Sliding out of the pocket. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On play action, Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup.
To throw again on second down. Allen, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Hines now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and you watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter with Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Allen. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Allen. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7th.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, the 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Throwing is Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Las Vegas Raiders. We go from Las Vegas. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A Raider first down, Carter Renfrow.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Carr now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6. Hurts. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. It's a room to maneuver. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
6 yards.
Ready, set.
And it's 3rd down.
Pat the street. Pat the street.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
Hold it ready.
Complete to Devontae Smith. A gain of 5.
Hey, smash,
First
go.
down, Eagles.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The 40-yard line.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And that one will bounce out of the back of the... So we will start here at the 25. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, gun. 65, 65.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
21. 21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, 49ers nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Finding room at midfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Alert!
It's a pickup of 6.
21. Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
1, Omaha.
Garoppolo again.
Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 32 yards. yards.
And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 15. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 7-7, our score after 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running right, here's Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run with Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. They go back to the ground with Sanders.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Hurts sets up to throw it.
It's caught by Sanders.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force first 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on 2nd down.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
21.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Another run here with Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Gets through and now an opening. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Sanders going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Once again with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On second down, McCaffrey.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Here we go.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Garoppolo looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
11. Hey, come on.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Gold is good, and they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Eagles take over 2nd and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Come on.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I'm surprised with the lead in a 1-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here.
But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now Garoppolo. That's Samuel, caught left side. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No problem, man.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
To throw is Garoppolo. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Second down, back to Sanders.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. On first down, it's Purdy. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Purdy. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Everyone see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away.
Taken in at the 22. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hurts.
Buying time to his left.
And this one too low.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he's...
Touchdown, Eagles!
Grant Calcaterra. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second and 10. Purdy looking to throw.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
On first down, Purdy.
And he will find his man, Samuel.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 right at the 40. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Hurts.
Sanders has it over the middle. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. Taken in at the 11. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some...
He's got a man complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it on first down. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching to 5.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Purdy.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Niners are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game.
Gold with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll go again with Sanders. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
He's across midfield to his 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And some space here. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. That third down conversion good for 23. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Here's Purdy.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And some room to run now. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So how about that for a backbreaker? It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's the option. Running right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there at 22.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go, Reed, go!
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll look to. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Jackson's going to try the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Another run here with Sanders. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now Jackson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 14-yard run.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7.
Now Sanders. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. It's caught by Sanders. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession.
of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, rivals square off. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
And able to find Alan Lazard. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers rolling to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I don't believe that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just you mean because it's the opening drive, maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 30.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard.
On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Packers!
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 11 now. Another run with Sanders. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Running right, here's Sanders. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got some space here. A beautiful fake. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds here. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go again with Sanders. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
They'll run. It's Sanders. Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. It's Sanders.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
14 more yards.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. Rodgers to throw once more.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. From the 29, Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Gotta have this one. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Oh, no, he lost the football. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
And it's caught. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Sneak, Rodgers. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee here. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Rodgers to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
He's got a man, complete.
And he will get out of bounds at the end of this. So they took a shot, they complete it, and stop the clock in the end.
Back to throw.
Into the hands of Sanders.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
On the jump.
Back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, you have to expect in this situation that the defense is going to be playing the perimeter. They don't want any easy passes out there where someone can grab it and step out of bounds. So that was excellent work there to force the incompletion.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and